Did you know many healthy foods aren't healthy at all? It's a surprising truth that catches most of us off guard. We trust the labels, the packaging, and the promises, but the reality is often very different. Take granola bars, for instance. They're marketed as the perfect snack for active people and busy families. But many of them contain more sugar than candy bars. And what about low-fat yogurts? They often replace fat with sugar or artificial sweeteners, making them less healthy than you'd expect. These products mislead us into thinking we're making healthy choices, when in reality, we might be sabotaging our own goals. The food industry thrives on this confusion, selling based on trends, not nutrition. Their goal is profit, not your health. Labels like natural or organic can distract from unhealthy ingredients hiding inside the package. True health isn't found in a box with a long list of unpronounceable ingredients. Simplicity is key. Even in our kitchens, light salad dressings are often chemical concoctions, loaded with additives and preservatives. A homemade vinaigrette with olive oil and vinegar is far better for your body and your taste buds. Convenience often comes at a nutritional cost, trading real ingredients for speed and shelf life. Understanding our food is crucial for real fitness. Knowledge is your best defense. The system is designed to sell, not promote well-being. Marketing is powerful, but awareness is more powerful. It exploits our desire to be healthy, pushing products that sabotage our efforts and leave us feeling frustrated. To unlock fitness, we must outsmart marketing and make informed choices every day. Look beyond flashy packaging and buzzwords. Dig deeper into what you're really eating. Reclaim control of your plate by choosing whole, fresh foods whenever possible. This requires a new mindset, not just a diet, but a thoughtful strategy for long-term health. With a plan for genuine well-being, you can finally take charge of your health and feel your best every day. Meet Mark, a typical guy with a desk job. He spends his days staring at spreadsheets and answering endless emails just trying to make it through the workday. By the time he gets home, he's completely drained. Cooking a meal from scratch? That always felt impossible after a long day. His kitchen counter was a graveyard of takeout menus, pizza boxes, and crumpled receipts from late-night food runs. Pizza, Chinese, burgers, these were the staples of his weekly routine, a cycle that never seemed to end. Fresh food was a rare visitor in his fridge, which usually held only a lonely apple or a forgotten carton of milk. Mark felt unhealthy, sluggish, and his clothes were getting tighter by the week. He knew something had to change. Occasionally, he'd get motivated and buy vegetables, but they always ended up wilted and tossed in the trash. One night, while scrolling online, he stumbled upon a video about meal planning for fitness and health. The host was relatable, breaking down a simple meal organization system that seemed doable, even for someone like Mark. Mark was skeptical. Meal planning sounded boring and restrictive, not something he could stick with. But the video promised freedom from the nightly "what's for dinner?" panic and the stress of last-minute decisions, freedom from unhealthy takeout, wasted groceries, and the guilt that came with both. A meal plan wasn't a prison, it was a blueprint for better living, a guide to help him take back control. It made cooking easier, faster, and even a little more creative. Suddenly, the kitchen didn't seem so intimidating. For the first time in a long while, Mark felt a spark of hope and motivation. Maybe this was something he could actually do, one small step at a time. He realized it wasn't about following strict recipes, but about building a flexible system that fit his life. A system that could transform his chaotic eating habits into something manageable and even enjoyable. He decided to give it a try, starting with a single trip to the grocery store. With a new perspective and a little courage, he was finally ready to change. The journey began with a simple decision, a promise to himself to try something new, to take control of his meals, his health, and ultimately, his happiness. It was time to reclaim his kitchen, and step by step, to reclaim his life. Mark's breakthrough wasn't a magical recipe, it was understanding a concept. Meals are systems, not rigid instructions. Cooking became flexible, like building with Lego bricks. The system broke meals into basic building blocks: protein, carbs, veggies, and fats. Ingredients could change based on sales, seasons, or mood, This framework removed recipe pressure, empowering him to create. It was a shift from, "I need to cook this," to "I can build this." The grocery store became a warehouse of potential components, stocking up on building blocks, not specific items. Recipes were a crutch and a cage, limiting creativity. The system taught him to think about food, not just cook it. He became the architect of his meals. This was the key to transforming his relationship with food. He was no longer just following instructions. He was creating, experimenting, and enjoying the process. The kitchen door was unlocked. He was free to explore and innovate. His journey with food had truly begun. Let's simplify the framework. Your plate is a canvas with 4 parts: protein, carb, veggie, fat. Protein is the foundation, keeping you full and repairing your body. Choose lean sources like chicken, salmon, or plant-based options. Prepare them simply: bake, grill, or pan-sear. Next, add complex carbs for energy: quinoa, brown rice, or sweet potatoes. These provide fiber and prevent energy crashes. Fill a third of your plate with colorful, nutrient-rich vegetables. Roast, steam, or eat them raw for variety. Finally, add healthy fats: avocado, nuts, or olive oil. They enhance flavor and keep you satisfied. This simple system creates balanced, nourishing meals. It's not about deprivation. It's about abundance. A meal plan that fuels your body and delights your taste buds. Embrace the framework and transform your eating habits. Discover the joy of creating delicious, healthy meals. Your journey to better health starts here. Mark made a promise to himself: 1 week of real change, no matter what. He was tired of feeling stuck and overwhelmed, and he knew it was time to take back control. He shopped for components, not recipes. He focused on the basics: proteins, chicken, shrimp, eggs, carbs, quinoa, sweet potatoes. He wanted to keep things simple and flexible. For vegetables, he picked spinach, broccoli, and bell peppers. For healthy fats, he grabbed avocado and olive oil. Each item was chosen with intention, building blocks for a better week. His cart looked different. No more processed snacks, just real food, filled with potential and promise. On Sunday, he prepped for the week ahead: baked chicken, cooked quinoa, chopped veggies. The kitchen buzzed with new energy. His fridge was stocked with ready-to-go components, each container a step toward his goals. Monday morning, he scrambled eggs with spinach and peppers, starting his day with purpose and fuel. Lunch was simple but satisfying: quinoa, chicken, and broccoli with a drizzle of olive oil. No more last-minute takeout, no afternoon slump. He felt energized, focused, and proud of his choices. By Wednesday, the routine felt natural, almost effortless. He was building momentum. Dinner was stress-free, assembling healthy meals in minutes, leaving more time for himself. Different combinations of core ingredients kept meals exciting and never boring. The chaos of old habits was replaced by a sense of control and calm. He was in charge of his meals and, for the first time in a while, his health. The system was working, transforming his life one meal at a time. He embraced the change and the newfound freedom that came with it. Cooking became a source of joy, not stress, and he looked forward to it each day. He was on a path to better health and happiness, feeling stronger with every step. The journey was just beginning, and he could already see the difference. And he was ready for it, excited for what the future would bring. Mark's journey transformed his kitchen. It became a workshop, not a chore. He invested in quality tools, glass containers, a sharp knife. These made meal prep easier and more enjoyable. He learned simple techniques like proper knife skills. Roasting vegetables revealed new flavors. A squeeze of lemon brightened dishes. Experimenting with herbs and spices built confidence. Cooking became satisfying, not daunting. He was proud of his creations. Friends were impressed by his skills. He shared his journey, inspiring others. Cooking was no longer a task, it was a passion. He found joy in transforming ingredients into meals. His kitchen was a place of triumph and creativity. Mark's goal was health, but he found creativity. The framework ignited his culinary imagination. He explored cuisines, using the system as a guide. Mexican one week, Asian the next. Flavors and textures varied, but the core remained. He experimented with cooking methods and sauces. His meals became expressions of confidence and curiosity. The system provided freedom to play. He wasn't just eating healthier, he was living creatively. Cooking was a rewarding hobby. His journey was about more than food, it was about discovery. Mark's changes extended beyond the kitchen. He saved money by cooking, reducing financial stress. Energy from good food fueled his fitness journey. Walks turned to jogs and he joined a gym. His social life improved, hosting friends for dinner. He inspired others with his healthy lifestyle. The meal plan gave him control over his life. He made conscious choices impacting health and happiness. It was a transformation of mindset. He was thriving, not just surviving. The journey started with a simple decision, and it changed everything. Mark's story is real and achievable. You don't need to be a chef or have a fancy kitchen, just a willingness to change your approach. Think in systems, not complicated recipes. The power to change is in your kitchen. Start small, commit to 1 week. Buy components, not single dish ingredients. Prep on Sunday, cook protein, carbs, chop veggies. Arrange in containers for the week. The framework: protein, carb, veggie, fat. Assemble plates, feel full and energized. It's about abundance, not deprivation. Once mastered, get creative with flavors and techniques. Your kitchen becomes a playground. Join our community for more tips and techniques. Subscribe for tools and knowledge to control your health. Your journey starts now. Let's get cooking. Embrace the change. Transform your life, one meal at a time.